Hey guys, and welcome to today's craft on how to make a paper wreath using wrapping paper or card or whatever paper you want. So today I also wanted to try out the glue gun from Poundland. These are £2 and it's £2 for the glue sticks as well. You do get 2 free glue sticks in the glue gun, so you don't have to buy the pack of glue sticks straight away if you don't want to. You will also need some wrapping paper. These are cut into 6-inch squares. You will need 12 in total. So depending on how many different papers you're using will determine how many squares you need of each of that. I'm using 4, so I needed 3 6-inch squares of each colour paper. You will also need some cardboard for the centre of the wreath to stick the cones of paper to, a roll of sellotape as a template, a marker or pen, a pair of scissors, and of course a glue gun. So the first thing we need to do is draw out a circle on the cardboard using the sellotape. This is going to be the centre of the wreath. I coloured it in black because I wasn't too sure if you could see the cardboard underneath the wreath once they were all stuck onto it, but you can't, so you don't need to do that if you don't want to. The first thing I noticed about the glue gun is that there are no legs on it to help it stand up, so you can't actually stand this glue gun up, so it has to be laid down when you're not using it unless you buy or make a stand for it. Also, I've noticed that the glue just keeps seeping out the end of the glue gun, which isn't ideal, but for the price of £2 and then £2 for glue sticks, it's an absolute bargain. And I'm not sponsored by Poundland. I don't get paid by Poundland. It's just that I know, other glue guns can be quite expensive and the glue can be as well. So it is a really good bargain. So I'm going to take a 6-inch square and we're going to fold it over into a cone. And we're just going to pop in some glue to stick it down into this shape. Now, if you want your wreath to be bigger, obviously you will use bigger squares of paper instead of 6 inches. And if you want your wreath to be smaller, then you'll do them smaller than 6 inches. I just decided to try 6 inches and see how big it was, and I actually liked the size, so that was why we've done them in 6 inches. And I'm just showing you what it'll be like once you stick the cones onto the cardboard, and you will just work your way around. So you will need 12 pieces in total for 6 inches, and I'm just going to show you one more time how to fold the paper. So you just fold it over so it's just slightly over the center, and again bring the other side over and stick it into place to make a cone. And what I'll do in a second is I'll skip to when I have glued all the 12 pieces into cones, so that you don't have to sit through watching me do that. Another thing about the glue gun is there's no heat setting on it, so it is just one setting. There's no low or high temperature, it is just the one, and really it doesn't matter that much, but I have noticed that the end of the glue gun does get really hot. I did manage to burn myself with it, only the once, but once was enough. So once you've got all 12 cones in the paper that you want, I've already worked out how I wanted to place these. I wanted them symmetrical, so it was 3 of each colour. I did this off camera just to make sure that everything fitted in. I did notice that if I didn't put it in the centre of the cardboard, I would have need 13 cones instead of 12, and that meant that I wouldn't be able to use 4 colours because it wouldn't have been symmetrical, and I've got a little bit of OCD about stuff like that, so I had to make sure that I glued them into the centre. But once you're happy with the pattern and where you want your colours, we're just going to pop some glue on the back of the cone, and then you can pop it into place. And then we'll take the next piece and we're going to make sure that we put it right next to the piece that we've already glued into place so that there's no gaps. And we're just going to pop that down. And then you're just going to continue until you completely fill all the cardboard and you've gone all the way around to the other cone. And what I will do is I will speed this up in a bit, but while I was doing this I decided I wanted to add something into the middle, and I was trying to think what I wanted to do. You could just add another piece of paper. It's totally up to you what you want to add into the center. So they are all the 4 different pieces of paper that I'm going to use, and then I'm just going to repeat the pattern again. So the next one will be the black one, and then it'll be a gold one, and then it'll be the one with the bikes and the hats on, and then it'll be a polka dotted piece. So I decided in the middle I was going to use one of the Christmas decorations that I made. I do have a video showing how I made these. I will attach a link in the description below if you want to go and see how I made these decorations. I just cut the string off the back and I will just glue that into the center once all the cones are put in place. So I'm going to speed it up and then you'll be able to see what it looks like when we get to near the end. One of the things I will say is obviously you can use any different paper that you want. You could do them in black and orange if you wanted for Halloween. You could do them in red for Valentine's Day if you wanted something nice just for a decoration for Valentine's Day. You could also do them in red and green or Christmas paper for Christmas. I mean, you could use any colour paper. You could use nice bright pastel colours for Easter, and they just add a nice little touch to a plain wall. So when I originally started to make this, I wanted it to be for my bathroom, but once I'd put it in the bathroom I decided that I wanted to put it in my hallway. So at the end of the video you'll see it in my bathroom, and then you'll also see it in the hallway. So I'm just popping the other 3 in place to make sure that I've not got too much of a gap once we get to the end. And because I'm adding something into the centre of the wreath, it doesn't really matter if they don't meet in the middle. So that's it, they're all stuck together. I did delete the part where I attached the gem on the front, but I have glued it just with the glue gun onto the front of the wreath, and I'm just adding some white tack onto the back so that I can hang it up on the wall. And then I'll take you into the bathroom so you can see what it's like once it's on the wall. So I pop this next to the mirror, and I'm super happy with how it turned out. It didn't take long to make. The longest part was cutting out the actual pieces of paper into 6-inch squares, but once that's done it actually doesn't take that long. So yeah, once I popped it in the bathroom and I started editing the video, I decided that actually I wanted to move it out of the bathroom into the hallway. So I then inserted a clip at the end so you could see what it looked like in the hallway. So we're in the hallway now, and I'm actually happy with it being in between the 2 pictures that I've got. You can also see the flower displays that I made in another video. I'll link that one in the description as well if you've not seen that. And yeah, I'm super happy with how it turned out. I think the glue gun is definitely worth £2. And yeah, just adds a little bit of something extra to the wall. So I just want to say thank you again for taking the time to watch my video. Thank you for coming back and supporting me. And if you want to leave any comments, I'll always reply. And if you like the video and you're not subscribed, it'd be amazing if you did. And yeah, I'll see you in a couple of days with the next craft. Take care for now and speak to you all soon. Bye.